What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is ML Live, and we're back in action for Jimi Manuwa versus Corey motherfucking Anderson, live from the O2 Arena in London. We are going to be streaming in a slightly modified setup today, so apologies for any problems in audio quality, because I am pretty much streaming from my phone today. So yeah, that is because my PC crashed unexpectedly and could not make any modifications on time. So that is why we are streaming out of this setup. Apologies for the same. Let me quickly configure what's going on the YouTube side of things. Extremely poor lighting, I do understand. Hopefully you can hear me just about now. Time to change some setups. Let us see. Hopefully audio's coming in clear. Sorry for the modified setup, guys. Have to do it today. Can't help it. Brad One Punch Pickett's last fight of his mixed martial arts career also happening today. Also on the card is Alan Brahma Jouban going up against Gunnar Nelson. So it's going to be a packed night of fights. Thank you for all the listeners who are joining in. Unfortunately, my PC has crashed, but just as you guys know, I am not somebody who gives up easily on these things, so still trying to get the things working. The fight which just got finished was Duffy versus Reza, Madadi. Duffy winning the decision convincingly on the judges book. Let me see what I can do to the judges screen. I am so irritated today, let me tell you guys, because of the PC crash. I had to get my backup in time, which I couldn't, so just stuck up with the mobile phone and trying to break down the fights as and when they happen. That's why I tuned in a little early, just to see whether everything is set up correctly for the stream to be working. Apologies once again for the same. And let me give you a quick update on what happened today. The first fight of the night, Lina Landsberg against Lucy Pudilova. As you can see, a very one-sided fight in terms of striking, but Lina Landsberg did get her ground game going towards the later rounds and ends up getting the decision victory against Lucy Pudilova. Then we had Scott going against Scott. Bradley Scott versus Scott Askham. Bradley Scott getting the decision because of the knockdown he got in one of the rounds, and probably the surprise KO of the night, Bone Crusher Mark Keys getting a one-punch KO out of Timu Pakalin, which UFC immediately uploaded on the YouTube channel. Please go check it out on UFC's YouTube channel, which is gonna be great. The first fight is gonna be one of my favorite fighters, Makwan Amirkhani versus Arnold. Alan Makwan Amirkhani is the first one to be entering the octagon. So apologies for the same. Does this look better? Does not think so. Who cares? All you guys need is the audio. Let's see. Makwan Amirkhani is one of the most promising up and coming fighters in the UFC's lighter weight classes. Has got good takedowns, great stand up, sprawls and brawls. As you know, that is the specialty of Makwan. Is also very charismatic in terms of his speaking. That is Makwan Amirkhani, the guy who is gonna be entering the octagon very soon. Let me see whether the settings for Chrome is working properly on my mobile phone and tablet, which I'm trying to run simultaneously. Really sorry for the same. My goodness, the Wi-Fi is gonna get fucked so much. So much. Doesn't seem to be working. Man, so many fights to watch today. Dazed has joined into the stream. Thank you very much. I can only reply to your comments a little bit late because the stream which you guys are seeing is a little off, probably by a minute or so. I'm trying to get the comments working on another mobile phone, tablet kind of a thing, and it's 2:30 a.m. in my country right now. So it's been a sad night of events for me yesterday and today. The laptop charger pretty much blew out on me. I couldn't get a replacement on time, so the PC is pretty much not working. The desktop crashed, and I'm kind of streaming this on mobile, trying out how YouTube works in terms of these new features on YouTube Gaming. That's the app which I'm streaming on right now. Hopefully the stream's audio is clear. If Dazed can comment on the audio quality, if it's audible, I would really appreciate the same. And my voice would be a little off today because obviously it's the middle of the night and I just woke up to break down these fights too. The loyal MMA fans who tune in, 4-fight win streak for Arnold Allen, 5 wins by submission or a knockout. Prospect from England is Arnold Allen. He's going up against Makwan Amirkhani. Really interesting opener to UFC Fight Night London. Actually, a lot of guys are going to pick Allen because he is the hometown guy, but I'm going to go with Makwan Amirkhani because he is 5 feet 10 inches taller, and he is having a 2-inch reach advantage. 145-pound weight division. Bruce Buffer, as usual, doing the duty. Thank you, Dazed, for getting the comment in. If I do mess up a little bit on the immediate replies, I do apologize to all the guys who are listening to it. The thumbnail is obviously not changeable. I tried doing it, I'm not able to figure it out, so I couldn't change the thumbnail. So I'm keeping the previous thumbnail from Belfort versus Gastelum, and what a fight card that was. There's gonna be a really good run. It's a pick'em fight, guys. Makwan Amirkhani is the -115, so it's a pick'em. 13 victories and 2 losses for Makwan Amirkhani, who is representing Scandinavia But let's hear the crowd go crazy for England's own Arnold Allen. 11 wins and only 1 loss. He fights out of Suffolk or someplace similar to that. Man, I'm gonna get so many dislikes for this video, I'm sure, just because of the way the usual stream is off a little bit. I'm not able to get you the pictures, the channel names. Oh my goodness, who are these ring girls, guys? Oh my god, UK, you got some good ones. Here we go, Makwan versus Allen. Will they touch gloves? Oh my goodness. Makwan immediately went in for a flying knee. Southpaw for Makwan and southpaw for Allen too. Oh, good counter right hook by Amirkhani. Allen has to be careful with his hands up. Makwan is known to be crazy. Good check right hook again by Amirkhani. Arnold is fighting. Oh, good level change by Makwan and a trip and gets the takedown. Tries to take the back, but it's not going to be working for Makwan because Arnold Allen immediately gets up. 4 minutes and 13 seconds, 12, 11, 10, and Makwan gets another trip takedown. Beautifully done by the young prospect, as I expected Makwan would do, because I feel he has the superior wrestling. Good transitioning, maybe going for a Dars. Oh, that one seems pretty tight, but Allen is recovering. Good scrambles, good scrambles. Man, almost got him. Trying for a guillotine again. Not the right positioning by Makwan. In case you want to watch this live, the channel which I'm watching this right now is Sony ESPN. To all the listeners, Makwan still going for the guillotine darts attempt. Arnold is defending nicely. Out of danger as of now. Makwan still holding on to the shoulder area. A good one by Makwan. Makwan wants to go for a level change, but Arnold going for an over under foot stomp and with a takedown. Good stuff. The crowd going nuts in favor of the hometown guy, Arnold Allen, who still is very young, 23 years of age. Elbows by Makwan from bottom. Good back and forth round. If Arnold can capitalize, he can get the round in his favor. Makwan is not defending well from the ground as of now. He has to scramble up quickly so that he gets the round in his favor, because I am rooting for Amirkhani. Arnold with some punches to the body repeatedly has got this modified half guard on the upper half. A good knee to the body through the modified upper half. Makwan trying to scramble up. Yes, he does. Trying to reverse positions, going for a body lock. But Allen defends for now. Good knee by Makwan. 1 minute and 45 seconds. Scrambling for a single. Looks like he got it. Makwan gets Arnold down immediately. Looking for a top position. Doesn't work. Arnold is up. They should probably look at stand-up exchanges more, because clearly both the guys are pretty evenly balanced, looks like, in the wrestling department. So that is going to be the 1 minute mark almost. Makwan still trying to get the over under, but Arnold pressing his chin against the face of Makwan Amirkhani. Good scrambling again near the cage. Pretty even round, I have to say. Maybe going towards Makwan a little bit. He threatened for the takedown. Anybody who gets the dominance later in the round is gonna be winning this one pretty clearly. As you can see, pretty even in terms of ground exchanges, with Arnold getting more body punches. High kick blocked. Oh, good counter right hook by Makwan twice. Allen has to be careful. Good punch lands for Arnold. Oh, good punches landing. Good kick landed for Arnold. Makwan might be in trouble. Makwan trying to scramble, and the round comes to an end. Good finish to the round. Good stuff. Let us see. How do I change the thumbnail, man? This shit doesn't seem to be working. Okay, found a way to change the thumbnail, guys. Successful. Looks like I have updated the thumbnail. This setup actually might work a little better than my usual setup if I can figure out how to get in more content in terms of the screen which you guys are seeing right now, which is predominantly UFC's website. 33rd video. Arnold, Allen, Makwan, Amirkhani, they did not touch gloves. Good level change by Amirkhani into a beautiful takedown. Gets the back. Some punches to the back of the head. Referee warns Amirkhani. Amirkhani wants that guillotine, man, pretty badly. Looks like he's been working on that submission game. Looks like he has to scramble. Makwan still dominant position on the ground, but I do not know what he's holding on to. He wants to go for that guillotine very badly. Arnold looks like he's not in danger. Still sitting down for a modified guillotine. Oh, darts. Yes, sir. Darts was available, but no, he could not get his hands locked. Going for an armbar. Omoplata, no. Good scrambling by both men. Arnold in half guard again due to the scrambling. This is an entertaining fight, guys. Most of the fights tonight have been decisions, unfortunately, for the fans of mixed martial arts in London. But yeah, still going on. Makwan on bottom, half guard upper half for Allen, who moves into mount. Good transitioning. Makwan hanging on, not looking good for Amirkhani. A good elbow by Arnold Allen. Not looking good in this position for Makwan. Trying to scramble. Mount is established. Goes into half guard. Immediately. Good stuff by Allen, keeping the pressure on top of Amirkhani. Good short elbow by Arnold Allen. This is a significantly better round for Allen, who's landing these short elbows. Amirkhani was a little too freaky during the scrambling exchanges. He has to be careful not to get stopped in the ground and pound position as the elbows mount and the offense increases by Allen. He is stuck on the ground near the cage. Is Makwan Amirkhani, the charismatic one. Allen doing good to keep the pressure, not allowing Makwan to get up or scramble. Good positional awareness, but Makwan immediately gets up, knee during the break. Makwan has to think about engaging on the feet. Good teep kick to the body. Amirkhani. Allen has to be careful, get his guard up. Level change by Amirkhani. Gives up his neck, not good. Standing guillotine. Level change. Arnold wants to go for the guillotine. Makwan lands upon top. 1 minute 30 remaining in the round. Back and forth action, but I have to give it to Allen till now. He is slightly ahead of Amirkhani in these exchanges. Amirkhani though looking a little freaky. In these scrambles, he's not looking to land these shots while he's standing up. I do feel Makwan can win standing up, but he wants to go to the ground, which is not really good. See, he's not putting a lot of pressure on Arnold in terms of punches and elbows. So gotta give it to Allen this round. Now he's landing some elbows and punches. Good stuff by Amirkhani. Upper half guard, similar to what Allen had. A slightly deteriorating version of the same. Really odd timing. Allen recovers guard, wants to go for a triangle choke probably. Not good. Makwan recovering. Makwan has to land some punches. Good punch to the face by Amirkhani. Okay. Triangle almost. Doesn't get it. Armbar doesn't get it. 10 seconds remaining. Let's see. The crowd is obviously chanting in favor of the home dot guy, and the round comes to an end and they high-five each other for some reason. Good round, guys, but really close. I have to give 1 round each to each fighter. Probably Allen in the advantage because this is happening in London. Therefore, I'm gonna go with Allen if he manages to win the last round, unless the judges have seen some other fight, because Allen is clearly doing more damage when he gets the fight to the ground. Makwan did land a couple of good rights when he was standing up, but that did not deter Allen from going to the ground and getting it done. So really good 2 rounds for the fight opener in UFC Fight Night London. Jimi Manuwa versus Corey Anderson. Thank you to all the listeners who are tuning in to the modified setup for today because my PC blew up. Makwan's corner did something. Oh, they're wiping him off. Oh, probably a little bit of grease on top of him. But anyways, here we go. They did not touch gloves. Final round of the first fight in the main card, UFC Fight Night London. Brad Pickett's last fight of the career coming up after this. But in the interim, you have Amirkhani versus Arnold Allen. Allen looks the slightly fresher fighter in round 3. Good check right hook by Makwan. Good straight by Makwan. Again, the right hook is connecting. He has to go for a stand-up fight in this round. Allen is the more technical fighter. The check right hook connects again. Makwan has to go for it in this round. Good level change, but good sprawl by Allen. They disengage. Clinch fighting in the center of the cage. Good spinning back elbow by Allen. Partially grazes Makwan's head. Makwan looks a little tired. Check right hook connects for Makwan. Good teep kick by Amirkhani. Oh, good punch connects for Allen. Makwan might be in trouble. Oh, good 1-2 by Allen. Almost connects with the second punch. Makwan looks significantly tired and he's wailing at these punches. Good jab by Allen. If this goes to the judges, look for the British fighter to win. Good left connects for Allen. Good straight for both men. Good level change. Gets them to the knees. Makwan trying hard for the takedown, but his cardio is not holding up. Wants to go for the trip. Yes, he gets it. Wants to go for the back immediately. Dragging Allen to the ground is Makwan. Amirkhani trying desperately for the same. But I really do feel Makwan did have a little bit advantage. A good recovery by Allen as they stand up against the cage. Allen looking at the clock. 2 minutes 45 remaining. Really close fight, guys. A good trip and lands up on top. Good scrambling by Makwan. Both fighters a little dazed. Makwan is significantly more tired. Allen recovers. Almost gets Makwan's back. But Makwan is intelligent. Gets a trip. Lands up on bottom. Still scrambling for a single. Good elbow by Arnold. Good recovery by Makwan as he lands the takedown. Is inside control. Goes for some elbows. Makwan wants to go for that arm triangle. Allen has to be careful. Head and arm choke. Not good. Makwan disengages immediately. Arnold hanging on. This should be a dominant run for Amirkhani, but cannot say so in London as these fighters are from Britain. 1 minute and 28 and the referee stands them up. Whoa, that was a quick stand-up, referee, whoever that is. Allen wants to go for the knockout. Makwan is intending on that single. Man, such a close and entertaining technical fight by both these gentlemen. Allen now going for a double, does not get it. Still scrambling for the same. Wants to get the legs out of the way. Makwan almost down but recovers. Recovers beautifully. The lighting also is a little off than usual because obviously my lighting was coming from PC powered components. So once again, apologies for this different setup because of the PC crash. But hey, as a true MMA fan, gotta get it done. These guys are scrambling so hard. Arnold finally gets him down, tries to get his back. Makwan is so slippery, but he's still on the ground. Arnold wants to go for some ground and pound. Lands up on half guard. He is landing punches. Oh, good elbow by Arnold. Takes his back. Gets one hook in. Not good for Makwan. Ten seconds remaining and the fight comes to a close. That is a close fight, ladies and gentlemen. Close fight. Once again, thank you to all the listeners who are tuning in to the stream. Let's see how this goes. Alternate setup. Allen did the higher damage when they did get to the ground. Makwan did get Allen to the ground more. That spinning back elbow, probably the most damaging punch to the fight. Oh, the left also by Allen. Makwan can take a punch, man. Some of these scrambles were really high level. The upper half game for both the fighters. When Arnold got on top, yeah, he was posing some serious threats. Looks like they might give this to Allen though. Looks like it. Featherweight division, up and coming fighter. The fight started at around 15 minutes before this. Manu Lukari. Yes, sir. Fight started at 2:30 Indian time. And that's probably around afternoon UK. Let's see what the judges go for. I'm gonna go probably with Allen because it's London. obviously. Looks like a split decision. Winner by split decision is Arnold Allen. Close fight, a really entertaining fight. Makwan trains from the same camp as Conor McGregor, and Arnold trains with the same camp as GSP. It's a really entertaining fight, guys. So the Londoner wins again. Uh, Misha Tate doing the press conference before this one, looking dapper as usual, is Dan Hardy, who's doing the post-fight interviews. Whew, main card. Let me give you guys a quick update on what happened in the fights today. The first fight of the night was Lina Lansberg versus Lucy Pudilova. Surprisingly, they gave the decision to Lina Lansberg. If you look at the fight breakdown, fight metrics, Pudilova did land significant majority of the strikes. I did not watch that fight, so could not comment. But that was a pretty controversial win for Lina Lansberg, the lady who got destroyed by Chris Cyborg. Then we had Bradley Scott versus Scott Askham. Bradley Scott getting the unanimous decision victory due to the knockdown he got against Scott Askham. Then we had KO of the night contender Mak Bone Crusher Diakis against Timu Pakalin. One punch knockout for Mak Diakis. It's on YouTube on the official UFC channel. Please go check that knockout because that is one for the ages. Then we had another decision by Leon Edwards, dominating the ground game and the striking exchanges slightly compared to Vincente Luque to get that decision in his favor. Then in the heavyweight division, Timothy Johnson getting good control and wrestling throughout the fight against Daniel Omelanchuk for a well-deserved victory in the heavyweight division. Probably he will be facing a top 15 contender next. Then we had Darren Stewart versus Francimar Barrasso. Again, close fight, but the takedown in the later round sealed the deal for Francimar Barrasso as he was getting tuned up in the stand-up exchanges. Mickey Gall and Misha Tate in the fucking house. Then we had the main featured bout in UFC Fight Pass. Irish Joe Duffy against Reza Madadi. Joe Duffy clearly getting the superior advantage in striking, winning unanimously against Reza Madadi. Then we had the most recent fight, Arnold Allen versus Makwan Amirkhani. Split decision victory for the fighter from England, Arnold Allen, which is probably a fair decision in my opinion. As we move on to the next fight, which is Brad One Punch Pickett, last fight of his mixed martial arts career against Marlon Vera. That is what is going to be coming up. Yes, Mano Lucari. Fight started around 15 minutes back. That is correct. One Punch is going to be putting a wrap to his mixed martial arts career against a fighter whose name is Marlon Vera. 8 wins, 3 losses, and 1 no contest. He is a late replacement, less than 1 week's notice against One Punch Pickett. That is going to be the next fight. Marvel's new action hero, Iron Fist, hitting Netflix soon for a new series similar to Daredevil. Do not miss it. April 8th sees the return of the man called Rumble against Daniel Cormier for the light heavyweight championship. DC versus Johnson 2. And the co-main is Chris Weidman versus Gegard Mousasi. Do not miss that fight, guys, because I'm going to be streaming that live on my usual setup. I will get the PCs done and the lighting fixed for that one. But man, Jimi Manuwa's last fight, if you remember, was against OSP. And he knocked OSP out cold. In my opinion, probably the second most powerful puncher in the light heavyweight division is Jimi Manuwa. And if he connects, he's gonna knock you out. But Corey Anderson says that he's gonna use his wrestling to smother Jimi Manuwa and get the decision victory. That's going to be a really interesting top 10 contenders fight, which is going to be the main event in UFC's Fight Night in London. The London Bridge is on the screen right now as we speak. Brad One Punch Pickett, such a storied career in mixed martial arts. What a grinding career for One Punch. Was a champion in multiple organizations. Does connect, and when he connects most of the time, it's gonna be night for you. Very short replacement, Marlon Vera. So I'm gonna pick Brad Pickett to end his career on a good note and say goodbye to his MMA fans. Trademark style, 61.9% takedown accuracy, 7 performance of the night awards, and 10 takedowns versus Demetrius Johnson. And he's one of the few guys to have ever defeated Demetrius. The only other guy to defeat Demetrius Johnson is obviously Dominic the Dominator Cruz. So one of the only 2 people to defeat the Mighty Mouse, one of the greatest pound for pound fighters. But Mighty Mouse was not Mighty Mouse back then. That was 2010 April. This is 2017 March, where Brad One Punch Pickett is about to end his MMA career.